All right, it's live. And the title is "We Must Reject the Chip at All Costs."
All right, Shalom.
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 First and
Shalom.
foremost, before we get started, we want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh,
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 Bashem,
Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Achakodash.
Kadash.
double honors to the apostle and elders of GMS that's pushing this word day in and day out through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, today is the 16th of April, 2019, year of the Karagman, which means year of the mark. And the title of this video is we must not take the chip at all costs. So the RFID chip is out. It's been out. It's actually been out since the 90s, but now it's being pushed because, it's the year of the Krogman, year of the mark. But before I say anything else, I want to bring out this preset real quick to start us off and to kick it off for the brothers through this and flow through the spirit. This is Revelations 13, verse 16. I'm going to read down to 18. And he caused it all of both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which means 666. And okay, so the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. All right. The U.S. currency is dropping really low. It's plummeting to the at the bottom of the barrel because Esau's running out of time and everything, and we're so much in debt, like what, 22 trillion, 23 trillion in debt.
It's really overall a lot more than that. When you look at the overall standpoint, it's way more than that.
Yeah. Well, last time I checked it was like 22.
Yeah, that's just a certain specific statistic though. When you look at the overall, it's way more than you think.
Shit, I can believe it.
And man, the dollar is dropping rapidly because people are dropping it, right? And the only thing that is keeping or that has kept the dollar at such a high value is people's minds, right? Because people bring value to it by using it, by thinking that it's worth something. Once people drop it and realize it ain't worth shit, and it's just a piece of paper, and it's not even that, it's linen and cotton, but that's beside the point. Once they realize that, it's no more than just monopoly money. Shit ain't gonna be worth nothing. You look how much you can buy now with $20 compared to 30 years ago. You could fill up your whole cart like 30 years ago. Now you can only buy a couple things. You see, so the dollar is clearly losing its value. All right, and dealing with the mark of the beast. Well, go ahead.
Salaki, go. Go ahead.
No, you got it. I told you, you got it. You got it.
All right, Con. And back to how it's dropping is because these niggas, they're printing off extra fucking copies as if that's gonna make it better. You can't say this is losing value, but then proceed to triple the amount that you fucking make.
Right.
The U.S. dollar is already losing value as is, but then these niggas go and just print off trillions of more dollars like that's going to make any difference. It's not going to make a difference. You're making it lose more value.
Right. What increases value is by having less. If I have a picture of an apple that was panned by this guy, and he's like some master artist, some shit. If there's only 4 paintings and everybody in this chat has 4 paintings, that's a high valued shit. There's only 4 on the whole planet, and if they lose theirs, and I'm the only one that has one, or Ioana only has one, or whatever, that value is going to skyrocket.
Exactly.
So like if we're saying, if they keep printing off more money, it becomes more common. The value drops.
It's the same as like if y'all watch. Well, I used to watch the pawn shop shows and shit, and somebody bring something in. Somebody will bring something in, and they'd be like, there's a lot of this has been made. There's no real value to it. I can give you a couple $, but that's about it. But then somebody brings something in where it's only been 5 made of them, 10 made of them, and they're just one of the rare people that have it. Hey, they're ready to throw it. I'll give you the whole fucking store for this. You know what I'm saying? These people, and that's how it shows you you're making the dollar go less and less by just printing off extra fucking copies. Y'all can go make $500 bills. It's still not going to mean shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to mean shit because after you print off so much, it loses the value.
Right. And they're trying to do that to temporarily fix their problems, but it's really in the long run making it worse.
Exactly.
And it's just like Pokemon cards. I never really played Pokemon, but I know that there's cards that everybody would get. You buy a pack for cheap money, you get the same shit. But then every now and then somebody would buy it. Like one out of like 10,000 or 100,000 people would buy it and get it like a really rare ass card to be worth a lot of money. Yeah. You know, that's because there's way less of that card.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember like that Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit. You know, there's certain rare cards that they have, like your brother said, it has more value. But if you bring me a regular ass fucking Pikachu card, bitch, I seen 300 of these already.
I'm weak.
I'm not worried about this shit, man, because it has no value to me. People value something when it's more rare. You know, hell, hey, if a brother is able to get a virgin woman, that's rare as fuck. That would be more value would be brought to that, man.
Pretty sure it tells you how a woman with certain traits is far above rubies.
Yeah, a virtuous woman. That's Proverbs.
Virtuous woman, yeah.
Right. Proverbs 31. So yeah, hey, a virtuous woman, hey, that price is far above rubies because you can't find that shit, especially not here in modern day Babylon. All right, but shit, a bitch on the street, it ain't too hard to find that. But Salaki, I'm going on topic, but the point is that's why these niggas is gonna roll the chip out because pretty soon this money is gonna be shit. You're gonna be using,
and it's all set up. They're doing that on purpose, because they want to bring out the chip. And so we need to think. So we read Revelations 13, 16, 17, Salakia. But to bring this out, people say market beast is Christianity. Some people said it's sleeping with so-called white women. Was that that obviously is way the fuck off. But let's just look, and I'm not even saying that pridefully, but let's look at let's just fit it into the criteria. All right. So this object, well, let's not even assume it's an object. All right. It could be anything right now. Right. It's something that is going to be forced upon everybody. All right. So everybody's going to be forced to do it. And it's something that you're going to put in your hand or in your forehead. And if you don't have it, you can't make transactions. What the hell does that sound like to you? How can you buy or sell with Christianity, or how can you buy or sell with sleeping with an Edomite woman? That makes no sense. It's clearly the RFID chip. Right? A lot of these people teach otherwise because because they sold out. Let's just tell it like it is. Because they're sellouts.
Real quick.
You're gonna bring up that. I think I know what you're. Oh, I thought you were gonna bring up the ISUPK thing.
Nah, the what you call it?
Might as well though.
I'm into I went to the blue letter of the word mark in Revelation 13 and 16, I believe, and it's charagma. Okay, Strong's G 547. No, Salakia. Strong's G 5480. Yeah, charagma. All right, that's the Greek. A stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. The mark branded upon horses, things carved, sculptural, graven work of idolatrous images. And a brother brought this up, and it was a beautiful point because that's how you know the mark of the beast is the RFID chip because
it's physical.
People, it's the same way. Say for example, me and all the brothers on this call have a farm, and we all have cows and cattle and shit. All right, we're gonna brand our animals with our brand to let everybody know if my cow just so happens to wander off into Yowanda's farm, he sees my brand. All right, it'll say, why something with a couple numbers. Oh, that's the brother your cow's cow. I'm gonna go take. You know what I'm saying? People know that's their cow. Why? Because your brand is on it, man. So that chip, you basically saying, hey, the so-called white man is my master. This is my owner. He owns me. Okay.
Right, which is idolatry, really, too.
Exactly.
He already owns you now.
And I think you were talking about the elder Amawan Gabar. I'm pretty sure you're the one that brought it up. Yeah, but I want to, since the spirit brought it up, the brothers were telling me that the ISUPK that's in Tennessee and in Nashville, that they went up to them and that the guy said that the mark of the beast is a chip, but they don't teach it because they want Jake to stop doing drugs. That's not a valid excuse. And what I can tell you is you should read Ezekiel the 33rd chapter because you doing that is putting a lot of blood on your hands. And you're going to get a lot of people killed because of that. And that's all going to come upon your ass. Right? And you're going to be destroyed. So you need to repent.
Same thing with Louis Farrakhan. He tried to deceive the people.
Bro, that's the first time I heard that shit. I'm fucking.
Really? I've heard people be saying that.
That was the first time I heard it, honestly.
I've never heard that shit's funny. Damn, Louis Farrakhan, I'm fucking weak. Salaki, that shit. Oh shit.
That's something you don't hear every day.
Damn. That was funny. All right, Salaki, go ahead.
Yeah, he's practically worshipped, man. People look at him as a prophet. He's nothing more than a mortal man that's sold out.
Hey, that nigga a bitch, man. You're a whole bitch out here.
Yeah. He tried to see the people the other day with that speech he did, talking about he was trying to make people. He was just lying his ass off. Like same thing. He said the mark of the beast, the Christianity, it's not a mark. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Because I was watching one of the elders' video.
Oh,
hey man, these people are completely, and to tap into what the brother said about the ISUBK camp, we went up to them niggas, man, and dude said it's the mark, it's the chip, but y'all don't push that doctrine. So now you are leading the flock astray purposely.
Right. He basically admitted to being a false prophet. He basically confirmed that he is. He literally admitted it.
Exactly.
Without even probably knowing it.
You know the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, and you don't push it. That means you're not letting the people know.
And the brother asked the question, and you want to get an attitude with him for
right.
what?
Then after Jeremiah asked the question, you just a nigga. Oh, so he's a nigga because he's asking you a question? A simple question at that. You a nigga because you leading the flock astray. Bum ass. Like that's
not being brotherly at all either.
Bro, so how about this? You dress up like a fucking Power Ranger just to not teach the truth?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
You go all out on your appearance just to hold back on prophecy.
Y'all
niggas are fucking nuts, man.
Y'all niggas suiting up for no fucking reason, man. Y'all might as well hell.
I mean, the outfits are cool, but I don't give a fuck about that shit if you're telling me that the mark of the beast is Christianity, man.
Hey, matter of fact, through the spirit, I had on pajamas that week. I had on pajamas. Y'all niggas suiting up for nothing. Y'all might as well just come out in your pajamas like I did, man. I had on pajama pants, but I was preaching the word, man. Not to sound prideful or nothing, but y'all niggas not doing y'all doing all that suiting up shit. Power Rangers go, Mighty Morph. Y'all doing all that shit for no fucking reason.
Then on top of that, he not being brotherly either. He just called that man a nigga. He not being brotherly at all.
Yeah. But then he doesn't even know him.
And check right. He said, well, he was talking to somebody else in his camp. He said, I called him a nigga. I was like, well, then y'all are still.
He called who?
He was talking about another dude that was in ISUBK. He touched him. He was like, I'll call him a nigga. And it's like, why?
Well, that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
Like, that's dumb as fuck, man.
That shows that they're still worldly as hell and they haven't even came out of the world because niggas are worldly.
Exactly.
Wouldn't call a brother a nigga because that's somebody in the world.
Exactly. We use the word nigga, but we ain't calling each other niggas. Hey, nigga. Give me no, we're not doing that, dog.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Hey, nigga.
Hey, the word nigga could slip out of your mouth, but we ain't sitting there saying, hey, nigga, like read.
Yeah, he admitted that he deliberately says that to his brother. That's
like
something else. Then they could say, well, it just means dark. No, that's not the point because we know damn well you're not using it saying, hey, dark. So don't even fucking try that shit.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So, hey, at the end of the day, man, you other camps is completely fucking off because y'all know. Not only do you know the names, but then you know that you know certain prophecies, but you don't push them, man. I seen a video of Nate the other day saying he was talking about and Salaki because I'm going on top of it. Then after that, we're gonna hop back on. But I seen the video of Nate the other day, and this nigga said he literally said, "We don't tell you not to say." Or not to call them Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, but we just saying don't make that a doctrine. What the fuck are you talking about? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Having the true name is part of the doctrine. Because if you out here preaching a false fucking God,
bro, in order to have the doctrine, you need those names.
Yeah, like
that's not even the doctrine. That's the foundation of this whole truth.
Exactly. Like, come on now, bro. That when I seen that shit, I'm like, this nigga's dumb as fuck. This nigga's dumb. He's through. Hey, through on now.
So you calling on those false names and building your house upon sand, man, and not stone. Your house is going to be demolished by the storm.
Hey, and these people don't know what the hell's coming for them, man. And that's why them not pushing this chip. Hey, a lot of people gonna get fucked up, man, because you're falling after these false prophets, man. You're believing, you're swallowing up every word that they
say. Yeah, let's build a house. Yeah, okay, let's get some wood for the walls. No, we don't need the walls. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
And they work for the government. They're not trying to get right with your house.
Exactly.
Right, they cooned out.
Hey, like the brother just said, man. We don't need the walls. Just put the front door up. Just bitch. The fuck?
Yeah. It's gonna work.
What's the purpose of the door, then? There's no purpose of the door. Niggas can walk in all through and out this shit, man. And that's why, man. Anybody can go up in IUIC talking about they're a fucking Israelite. Anybody can go up in all these other camps talking about they're Israelite. You can't come to GMS with that bullshit, man. Because you're gonna get, first off, hey, the Spirit's gonna point your ass out regardless. And even so,
takes people a long time to get in there. Yeah, they have them as a prospect for like months on months on months, which is good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey, bro. Hey, brothers in GMS, you first off, if you watching the camp, you gotta watch the camp for damn near a whole year. Then, if you do come in, you hold their signs. Then after that, then they might let you read some scriptures, man. And then eventually you move up to being a speaker. You know, there's levels to this thing, man. But that's all test. That's testing you. How long you gonna be cool with just holding the sign for 3 hours? Hell yeah.
Right.
All right, because anybody can come out there and do the work for a day, man, or a few weeks or months. Exactly. Doing it, seeing that you constantly are consistently going to camp to watch them for a whole year shows that you're serious about it. You know, because like right now, being an Israelite is a trend. A lot of people are Israelites because it's cool, but what about when it's not cool no more? What about when you're a terrorist for being here? You're not going to want to be here no more. Exactly, right? Man. But the real men are going to stay.
Hey, these niggas, like you said, man, it's a trend, bro. You know, because it ain't too. It's not hard to go. You know, hey, we tell niggas every time if we preach some knowledge. Hey, y'all out here every Saturday? You're damn right. We out here every Saturday, and we give them the time. That's and right. These niggas don't show back up.
That's right.
You know, and Yolanda can vouch for that. You know, there's been 2-3 brothers that we didn't talk to. We told them, hey, man, we out here every Saturday, man. Come get this knowledge. You know, we are here every Saturday or Sunday. You know, but if the Lord dealing with you, he'll guide you and let you know, hey, you need to go see them brothers again today. You know what I'm saying? But do they ever show up? No. You know?
Right.
I haven't heard from them, and they haven't even followed me back on social media.
Oh, yeah, no, they ain't gonna do all that, you know. But, hey, yeah, man, you know, at the end of the day, man, hey, back on the topic at hand.
That was what the Spirit wanted to bring out, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so
I all needed information.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna say it's off topic because hey, the Spirit brought it out, man. You know, because
the Spirit's always on topic, man. We just don't know what the topic is sometimes.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we can start with 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 18, down to the end. That story is heavy, so everybody in here, including myself, needs to listen.
All right,
this is a very heavy story.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 18. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment. As it behoved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. But they that had the charge of that wickedness feast, or that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king, that in so doing he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor.
Right, so they're like, all right, so we we like you, man. You were our friend for a long time, so you don't need to eat pork. Eat something that's lawful for you, but just pretend like it's pork. So these other people will do it. He's like, no, I ain't doing that. Well, you'll see what he says. It's super heavy, man.
But he began to consider, verse 23, but he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by the Most High. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straight ways to send him to the grave. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, were now gone to a strange religion. And so they, through mine hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my own age and make it abominable.
And that's what's going to happen if you take the chip. You'll live a little longer. That's literally it. You'll live a little longer, man.
To death. You're living longer to die.
And then you're going to die in a terrible way, unrighteously.
Right. That's right.
Hey, what did Moses say, man? I rather, some paraphrase, I rather suffer my people than enjoy sin for a season or something like that.
Right, that's Hebrews 11. Talks about Moses.
Hey, and that's what we're doing, man. We're choosing to suffer, man, just for a little bit. But either way, we're suffering for a little bit. But if you take that chip, you're gonna enjoy for a little bit. You're gonna only eat good for a little bit. You're only gonna have enough food to support your family for a little bit. Then the Lord's gonna take all that shit, man.
And that's if Esau doesn't stab you in the back right after that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Because he still might kill you right after you take it.
Hey, these niggas will bring you up. If you in the truth, these niggas will bring you up. You either take the chip or we're gonna kill your mama. All right, I'll take the chip. Then they'll take the chip and still kill your fucking moms, man. Now what? You took the chip for fucking nothing. Because either way, they was going to knock your damn moms off, man. Either way, they was going to knock your ass off, man. That's why you have to be faithful unto death, man. Hey, fuck the so-called white man. And fuck his damn chip, man.
Right, if you really loved your mama, you wouldn't take that chip, man.
Exactly. Hey, your mom would be straight on the other side, man. Fuck this side. You helping her out.
Right.
Exactly. It's full of bitch
selfish
niggas.
As fuck if you think, oh, well, I'm going to just take the chip so I can help my mom live. Live for what? So she can still get fucking tortured and shit?
Yeah. I mean, she'd rather be in the kingdom knowing that the son that came out of her womb decided to be righteous in a wicked world than to break down because of her, man. To take that chip.
Exactly, man. And she's going to be in the flesh, so she's not going to understand if you there and they say take the chip or we're going to kill your mom. Hey, I love you, moms. You got to go. Yahweh Shem Shah comes first. Thumb me out. I don't know what else to tell you. But she'll understand in the kingdom. She can look at that. People, hey, man. Fuck all that shit, man. All right. 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 26. For the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet shall I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead.
Man.
Hey, that's it. That's it, man. Hold up.
That's right.
Wherefore now, manfully changing this life, I will show myself such as one as mine age requires, and leave a notable example to such as be young to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. They that led him, changing the good, will they bear him a little before into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded, as they thought, from a desperate mind. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, that hath the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, Salakia, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul am well content to suffer these things, because I fear him. And thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation.
Right, and that's thousands of years later now, man, that we're reading this, and that's an example onto us. Except instead of swine's flesh, it's going to be the chip. But it's the same thing. And that also proves that there's nothing new under the sun. He's probably back now, and he may have to die again, but refuse to take the chip.
That's right. Hey, and that's so.
You never know.
He died for not eating swine. Because you can repent from that. You can't repent from taking the chip.
Well, you can't repent from it doing it willfully like that.
Well, not doing it willfully.
But I get what you mean. Yeah, but that's another thing. That's so you need. So in slavery, our people would risk their lives to read. And if they were found reading, they'd be put to death. Now our people don't want to read. Back then, our people that were righteous died because they didn't want to put a piece of pork in their mouth. And now people devour that shit like they're starving for 3 days. See how ridiculous that is, man? This is definitely Generation Z. This is definitely the most wicked generation. This is definitely the generation that killed Yahushua, man. It definitely is.
Full of demons.
And this is the generation that I'm very thankful to see be destroyed, whether I'm part of that or not being destroyed, you know. That's right. If I am part of that being destroyed, then that just means I deserve it. And if you're in a righteous mindset, you'll accept the fact that you may have to be destroyed if you're wicked.
Hey, that's it, man. You know. I'm trying to precept this scripture.
Can Zion, can you get Acts 9:16?
All right.
When it said just real quick, verse 26, when it said that he'll escape the punishment of men, but not the hand of the Almighty, I'm gonna get that in Revelations 14.
I got a precept.
You can go ahead and read that, Zion, though. Okay.
So I can go ahead, Zion.
All right, this is Acts chapter 9, verse 16. For I will shew him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake.
Right, that was Yahushua talking about Apostle Paul, and that applies to us now, man. All right, to do righteous in a wicked world, you have to be prepared to suffer, man, horrendously. All right, you have to. And that's the thing that a lot of these other camps don't want to go into. They don't go into stuff like this. I'm pretty sure I've never heard any of these other camps say you may die for this or be tortured. I've never heard that.
No.
I only hear that from GMS. And then there's a lot of people because they just teach, well, keep the law, do this and that. Okay, but what about when the chip rolls out? You know, what about when they start torturing people? What about when they start calling you a terrorist and wanting to clap you on sight because you're following the truth, man? Because this isn't something that's going to be taken lightly by anybody. All right, this is taking down his rulership, and he is going to kill you for it, man.
Hey, because Esau's running out of time. So he's doing everything he can that's up his sleeve.
All right. Go ahead, you Carl.
Con. Salaki from my coughing and shit, man.
It's all right.
Part of this fucked ass flesh. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. All right, so we have to ask the Lord, man, for the old paths. All right, we have to study what the old or the prophets of old did, man. All right, all the men of the Lord that's written in the Bible, we have to study what they did, and that's our example on what to do, how to go about our day-to-day lifestyle, and then how to go about when we're in the time of tribulation. You know,
you want a Bible shot? Can you get Romans 15:4 next right with the brother saying the spirit probably how about Shemel?
Because nobody in the ancient world, man. All right, hey, it says in Ecclesiasticus, I believe, 2 and 10, I think. But simply paraphrasing, man, hey, the Lord has never forsake anybody that's called upon him, man. All right. It says, look into the ways of
right.
Oh yeah, I think that might be in the Apocrypha.
Yeah, it's Ecclesiasticus. I know it's the second chapter. I think it's.
Oh, I thought you said Ecclesiastes. So yeah, I'll get that.
Okay. Yeah, Baba Kasha.
Or Zion, do you want to get it? I gotta find it. Oh, I believe it's in Ecclesiastes 2 or 3. I think it's 3.
It's Ecclesiasticus 2. I got you.
It's 2. Okay.
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. Yeah, in verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see.
Right.
Did ever any trust in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and was confounded? or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? All right. So, hey, plain upon tables, man. The Lord has never forsaken anybody that's called upon his name. Truth be told.
Heavy script.
Yeah, you can really read down and it'll get even
heavier.
the
whole chapter is heavy as hell.
Right, yeah. But yeah.
You got the Romans?
Right.
Con, I got the Romans.
All right.
This is Romans 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, and we through patience and comfort of the scripts might have done. I mean, I have hope. So
all right. So it's written for our learning. All right, because this is our history book. 15 and 4, Romans 15 and 4. This is our history book. It's our guide on how to walk through life. It's our guide on how to handle problems. It's our guide for life in general. All right, how to receive life.
Hey, basic instructions before leaving Earth, man. This is it. You know,
do you also want to hold out Revelations 20 and 4?
All
right, this is it, man. You know,
hey, I'm gonna get this.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if you finish what you're saying, I'm just saying.
It was just bad.
Oh, okay. All right. Revelations 14:9 to 13. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice. And if you speak loud to people, it's because you want them to hear you clearly. Right? If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. If you have an alcoholic drink without mixture, it's strong as hell.
No chaser, man.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, which is a nuclear destruction, and the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahushai. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. And that really proves that this is going to be the worst death possible. Verse 12, here's the page of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushai. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. All right, so if you die righteously in this truth, your works are going to follow you. But if you take that chip and fold and then die, your works were all for nothing. You might as well just stay in the world. All right?
There's no point in you coming into this fold, man. And that's a scary thing, because a lot of people that are claiming the names of Yahweh from outside, they're not gonna make it to the end, man. You know, that's why we have to hope and pray that we're part of the elect, because that's all we have is hope. There's no guaranteed evidence that we're part of the elect. The Lord,
we're prisoners of hope. We're prisoners of hope.
Hey, the Lord he's using a lot of men right now just to push this word, man. And after that, he's just going to spew them out, man. All right, I'm done with you. Right. Like a damn loogie. And
this is Matthew chapter 22, verse 14. This is going to sum it up. For many are called, but few are chosen. All right? Yeah, and by call, it means brought into the truth. All right? Many are called, but few are chosen.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh shit.
We pray that we are chosen.
Con.
Yeah, that's all we have, man. We don't have.
And you can't become chosen either. That's another thing. That's what makes it even more scary, because you can't choose to be chosen. Now you can't. Well, I'm going to do this and this to make sure that I'm chosen. No, it doesn't work like. I mean, we work out our salvation. You know, we do the work. You know, to make our calling in the election sure, because the elect would be doing that. But it's like you can't do work and all of a sudden you become part of the chosen. Either you're chosen from the beginning or you're not. You see? Because some of the people that are going to be doing the work, going out in the streets and pushing YouTube videos up and all of that, it may even endure till literally the last 5 minutes, and then they're going to fold.
Hey,
that could be any one of us.
Like I brought up the other day, you got to endure till you see the person standing next to you get hit by a fucking nuke, and the flame is burning your fucking arm hairs, man. You have to keep the faith until then. Because if you fold right then and there, I ain't going to get saved. Well, the Lord gonna be like, shit, you right. And he going to pass right over you, man.
I mean, you look at Judas, he was with them for a while, man. It wasn't until the very end when he actually betrayed him. He's with them that whole time, learning, teaching people, doing all that stuff, and then all of a sudden he just turned on him. It's that simple, man. Nobody's safe.
Hey,
the terror of the Lord goes far beyond just him killing people, man. All right, because what's worse than him jacking you up, having your face fall off and shit, what's worse than that is falling out.
Yeah,
that's way worse.
Because you know your destruction. You know it's coming.
Right. And now that if you fall out, now you know that you're eligible to get fucked up in 800 billion different ways.
You can't. There's no reason to even live if you fall out this truth, man. You might as well just off yourself.
That's what Judas did. He hung himself.
Yeah,
or hanged himself.
And hey, I ain't gonna lie, through the spirit, man. Hey, if I ever, Lord willing, not Yahweh, I don't, man. But if that ever comes to happen, man, hey, I'm pulling the Judas. Real talk. I have no other reason to live. It's either Yahweh Shemi outside or die.
See, but that's what's even more scary about it, because when you fall out, that means you don't believe at all, which means you're not going to believe that you're going to be destroyed, so you're not going to be thinking like that. Exactly. That's an even more scary thing about it. You're just going to think that life goes on.
Gosh. I still got that Revelation.
Go ahead, Khan, yeah. Go ahead.
This is Revelations 20, verse 4. Okay, and I saw the thrones that they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded of the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had that worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither have received his mark upon their foreheads or on their hands. And they lived and resigned with Yahweh Shai as through 7 years.
Reigned 1,000 years, which that's one of the scriptures we use to know that heathens are going to be in slavery for 1,000 years.
Sure.
Because they're going to be reigning with a rod of iron. Does anybody have anything else?
No, that's all I had.
No.
Whoever wants to close it then, by all means.
Well, Yahweh Shai Ratazah, this lesson was edifying to you, Akim. Hey man, yeah, that part that we just went over at Glunky got me stuck because it brought, it's always good to fear the Lord, but when you get that reboost of fear, man, that's beautiful, man. And that's what I'm doing right now. But hey, fear how about Shemi outside, keep his commandments, man. All right, this is all we got. Don't take the chip. And shit. Hey, with that, man, once again, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till next time, before we end, we will give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone once again, who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right. Hey, y'all brothers keep pushing, man, and keep enduring in the faith. With that, Shalom, Mawaf, love a ball.
Shalom, Mawaf, love a ball.
Repent or perish.
That's
right.